Welcome to It's All in Your Head podcast. I'm Michelle Walker and I'm here with Tara Ray. And this is Welcome to Our World.
So we haven't been doing like a welcome to our world, and we haven't really talked to each other much over these socially distant holidays. How's it been for you?
It's been different, but it's been good. I've been doing a lot more baking and crafting kind of things, trying to get back into that. That's been pretty fun. I've
Yeah.
needed it. I've needed it, definitely.
Yeah, what have you been doing?
So I have been experimenting with candy making, well, mostly chocolate making. And there are some new kinds of chocolate that are out. One is called ruby chocolate and one is called blonde chocolate. Ruby chocolate is probably the newest kind of chocolate, and it's made from a ruby cocoa bean. And the actual color is a pink color, but it's got kind of like citrus notes in it. And so I've made some candy out of that. And then blonde chocolate is a caramelized white chocolate, and it tastes just like it's being described, kind of like a caramely smooth taste, very delicious also. So I've made some candy out of that. And one of the new things that are kind of all the rage are these hot chocolate bombs. And I've actually made some of those. Those have been a lot of fun, where it's kind of like a hollow cylinder of chocolate, and you put everything you want in your hot chocolate into the middle of that. So you put your hot chocolate powder, and you put your marshmallows, and then you seal them up and you decorate them. And that's been fun. And then to drink the hot chocolate, you take hot milk and pour over the top of your hot cocoa bomb, and you'll see the marshmallows rise to the top. It's just a whole fun kind of interactive thing. So that's been a lot of fun.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
They're fun. I'm going to make you some and get them to you.
Well, yeah, okay. I want some. I've been like making tons of jewelry. I noticed that you have the necklace on I made you.
Yes, I love it. I absolutely
looks so
love
good.
it.
Looks so good with your braids, and I love that one on you.
Thank you. I love it.
I've got one on too that I made. It's a rose. It's kind of distorted. It's purple and turquoise rose that I found. But no, I've been having so much fun, and I've been sitting in front of my craft table so much that my shoulders start to ache, because I'm kind of bending over doing all this stuff. But I was thinking about this because on New Year's Eve, Serge actually flew to Utah to babysit some of the grandbabies, and I didn't go with them. So my neighbor came over, and she wanted to know what I've been doing at my craft table, because it's right in the middle of my kitchen. I don't have a craft room right now, so I just have the middle of the kitchen. And she wanted to know how I found out about polymer clay, because I had been using regular clay and just firing different things like on a kiln and making these actual clay pendants and things, but sometimes they would break. Like if they fell, they would actually break, and different things like that. And then I don't even remember, but like I think I found it on the internet or something, that you could do polymer clay that you baked in the oven at home, and it was more of a plastic. So these are more of a plasticky material that if it falls, it doesn't break, and you can bake it in the oven at home. And all these tutorials online, I just spend hours watching these tutorials, and then I'll imitate what I saw. So much fun.
It is. It is.
That's so much fun. I had a new grandbaby that was born October 1st. I think I might have mentioned her, but I finally got to see her just the second time I've seen her over Christmas because of all this social distancing. I've only seen videos and video chats, but I finally got to hold that sweet little thing.
Oh,
I know, it was fun. It was fun.
And just trying to do the holiday social distance. Oh my gosh, that has been different. That's the best way I can describe it. But at least I got to see my kids, and even if we chat a little bit on the video chat or whatever, it's fine. And then I did have a couple of them come over, and just making sure everybody's sitting apart and doing all of these things, because you know, we want to be safe. We don't want to add to the issue, and we know that it's bad here in the state that we live in. So, you know, that's been interesting, but we've been able to do some things. I also did something really cool with my family. We've been doing these Zoom Kwanzaa chats. So we actually did Kwanzaa. We started the day after Christmas and up until January 1st, just talking about the principles of Kwanzaa and how we want things to be different. So that was really cool. And just getting the commitment from all of our family members to get on and to do that. Because like we haven't seen each other in months and months, and we're all in different states. So that was really cool to be able to do that too. So we've
That
been
is
having a lot
cool.
going on. Yeah, it's been really nice to
Now,
talk
I'm
to
not really
you.
familiar with that. What exactly is that tradition?
So it is, and gosh, it's Dr. Milana Karinga, and he came up with this process, but it's a way to celebrate different principles that are based in kind of in these African principles. And there's 7 principles of Kwanzaa, and they're different um, traditions that go along with each of them. We couldn't do those traditions, of course, because we're virtual, but and it was just talking about there are things like cooperative economics, purpose, faith, talking about unity within inside of the community and within inside of our families, which was a big theme for us because we've been so spread out and we've just not been able to do things the way that we've done them in the past. So we did the whole 7-day principles, all of the principles, and talked about them. And we've actually come up with some things that we're going to engage in as a family. So that's going to be cool too. And I'll be able to share some of those things that we'll be doing coming up shortly.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. It sounds like you had a really good holiday. We did too. We actually, some of us got together the day after Christmas. There isn't a big problem in Utah right now, in the area where my daughter lives. There's not a big coronavirus problem. In Chicago, there is. So my Chicago grandkids and my daughter and her husband that are there, they are all completely locked down, quarantined, because Chicago has a really bad problem. And so they couldn't come or go anywhere. So we had a Zoom call with them. And then my son and daughter-in-law are both working. My daughter-in-law is working in the labs that actually process coronavirus, you know, the kits and stuff like that. So she is completely locked down herself just for safety of everybody else. So they came in on a Zoom call, but everybody else got together and had breakfast the day after and stayed as socially distant as well. And that was nice because I hadn't seen everybody in a long time, but it was really nice. I got to hold the baby then, but I couldn't kiss her. That was the
Right.
rule. No kissing the baby. I couldn't hold her hands. I could just hold her wrapped in her blanket, and that was good enough. But oh my gosh, who ever thought that there would be a time in history where grandma can't kiss her grandbaby or hold her hands? Who thought? Whoever thought there would be a time in history, and that she's 3 months old and I've only seen her twice, you know? It just never, it never occurred to me that something like that could ever happen.
Right.
But yeah, that's what we've been doing. Just staying busy and healthy.
Exactly. Staying busy and healthy, making sure that we take care of ourselves, making sure that self-care that we both, this is a commitment that we're making to each other on camera, that we are going to make self-care of ourselves a priority and hold each other accountable in
Yep, you know what?
2021.
I like that. I like that. And you know, one of my things that I've decided to do this year too is that I have a tendency to be still way too controlling sometimes of my environment. And sometimes I think I miss opportunities because I try to control things a little too much. And I'm just going to be much more aware this year of opportunities that people bring into my world and not try to control things so much, and just kind of go with the flow a little bit more and see what kind of opportunities come into my world, because I'm not trying to control my environment anymore because I'm terrible that way. So
Awesome.
that's my New Year's resolution.
I don't know if I have a resolution, but I want to make some changes. I want to be able to recognize when I'm getting out of control a little bit sooner, and actually have those moments be less, regardless of the stressors that are going on in the world or even in my own, environment or life, that I recognize it more quickly and that I'm able to have better control over it.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. It's kind of the opposite. I want to let go and you want to take control. So funny.
Thank you for joining us for It's All in Your Head podcast. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and please comment. Whatever mental health questions you have, we will be happy to answer them in future podcasts.